Hey guys, welcome back. It's going to be coming at you for another video for Shadows. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourselves and hopefully having a great clan versus clan, a best favorite siege mode in the game. Right now, I'm not actually done too much um of this myself. I've been quite lazy actually this one. Mainly just been really busy with Hydra Clash and takeovers, etc. Got personal rewards anyway, so I'm not too fussed about points. My clan leadership will know also as well. I'll put my full 400 up for the next one for the lead for personal rewards, which will maybe me next one. Hopefully not. Hopefully it will be a bit of a break. I'd like to see a month break from personal rewards because then we all can pretty much chill and stuff like that. Unless your name is Kraken Clans, and then you go all ham anyway. So let's go and into today's video. Today's video is going to be another video on the road to 1 billion, and again I did beat my personal best. I am very happy about this. However, disclaimer, I did make a mistake. I went in there with a half gear champion and could have done way more damage over the 115 runs. So you could say double check your champions before you go into it. You know, I thought I did. So I think the only one we didn't really strip. I don't like stripping so much, so it doesn't really tend to for me to tend to search them. But anyway, let's go over the run and we'll talk about the team and stuff like that. I think I've got my Hydra keys back. We do. So I'm just going to go into hard and we can look at the team. So the new team is actually this one. So it's full brutal. Obviously, you guys know I run Bixwell and I run Trundler comps for normal. So it's mainly this one I'm trying to improve. Now, this week we did bring in Mishiati and we actually swapped all the gear around. Negmo is not in Provoke no more. I do have a champion in here in Provoke. Name me which one down in the comments you think it's which champion's in Provoke. I probably think you won't guess this, but it'll make sense once we start going into the run and I'll show you what's going on and why I've done it. And overall the damage is still incredibly good. So overall we have more of a balanced damage in this team, which is what I'm looking for. Negmo's gone from 30 mil to 100 and something, which is obviously coming from a hex. So obviously Mishi does have hex, but if we do miss that hex set, and I'm actually not using Ladies A2 as much now. So with this team, which we'll go over and run at the moment, try not to use this consuming reflex. So trying to get this way more and be consistent. So let's go into the run. I'll show you what's going on, and we'll talk about bits and bobs what I did different this week. So it was actually Carnage who was half geared this week. I actually forgot to put Carnage Amulet back onto him, so he was missing around about 52 critical damage. No, 1500 turns. This is a lot of damage potentially of sleeping on. However, I wasn't going to spend there and rerun it. I was still quite close to Hydra Clash and was helping some clan members run their keys. So I didn't want to spend too long on mine when theirs is potentially bigger than mine. Overall. So we're going to go into the team and we're going to open with 2 hacks ability. Now 2 hacks E2 has been switched off when I'm running auto, so that in between times it can run auto, and she's basically switched off. So when Mischief comes up or Wrath, which is the main 2 heads, I try and keep the block buffs on. I will try and target them. Obviously Mischief is a bit more risky because he's got the block buffs, and this is why we brought Mishi back in, because I don't want to switch forms with Carnage, who's my highest damage dealer in this comp, to strip. So he can strip, Mishi can strip, obviously Lady M can strip on the second form, and also put like certain things on cooldown. If it's on like 1 turn, she can obviously get rid of that, which is very nice. A2, we're trying to leave A2 much as available at the moment, so we can use A1 more. The reason why I want to use A1 more is because A1 will obviously have a counterattack with Mishiati because they're both Shadow King faction. And then Mishi is actually in a provoke set, so Mishi can do incredible amount of damage already, and Overall, yes, his best set is Savage. I probably lost some damage from doing that. Maybe again next week we'll try and put um, Negmofar back into Provoke, and maybe we can test it to see which way works better. But either way, I think that was fantastic to do. It was an experiment, and I was really pleased with the results. Getting to 1 billion damage with this team Roastel was very difficult. Obviously, if I had a champion like Teox, obviously this would be a lot more achievable, because I think Teox and Carnage together would just probably overload me towards the 1 billion mark, which is what we want to achieve. So overall, I think there is a bit more to do. I think the Venus will get dropped next week for Wrath, and honestly, I should have saw this as well, because you can actually see the Devour on Venus, and I was like, oh, that's funny. I must have put like 300 or something on it then. I didn't take much of it. I did notice it, but I didn't take much of it. So open with the ally attack. Obviously, at the start, we want to try and kill Mischief, which is the way to go. Obviously, anyone who doesn't know Mischief's kit, if the target is under Hex, he will do a counter attack with A1, which is why we make the Provoke set so strong up the top, and which is why I like it. Carnage is going to flip form straight away into damage, and we just want him to focus on doing much damage as possible. And obviously as well, 2-Hack has a decreased attack, which is a bit situational. Nekmafar has a decreased attack on E1, and also Mishi's bringing a questionable decreased attack on A2, because it's a certain setup. So that is really quite important. So I just want to, also Nekmafar is also critical rated. Is that 100% critical rate, which is very, very useful. And then we've got Venus coming in there as well. So we're just looking to kill Mischief at the start, same as last week's strategy, and try and keep DK provoked as much as possible. So you can see me trying to do the A1 ability on Lady M instead of the A2, right? I want to keep the A2 when we need it. She's also in reflex set as well, so I want her to come back round with that ally attack, which I think is on a 3 or 4 turn cooldown, which is very useful. I didn't really make that decision until halfway through the run, so you can still see me use it quite a lot. I did use A2 as well if I noticed like the HP burns are running a bit thin, or the block buffs are running a bit thin, like if there's on a 1 turn cooldown, I would use that together. So Carnage was doing around about 1 million on E1 before missing the critical damage Hamlet, which kind of sucks a little bit. I think he definitely would do a bit more. And I'm hoping to pick up some extra critical damage on him next week. Once I complete the, once I get the chest from Curse City, if I can get the level 4, this will be huge, because obviously this will give him extra critical damage, which is 45 or 42 for mythical, which is massive for his first form. His fifth form will also be massive, because he's getting extra 75 accuracy, sorry, 90 accuracy on a mythical, which again will add another 30 critical damage to my build because of his accuracy passive. So the 2 blessings add a massive amount of damage. Then obviously that A1, that 6-star will obviously open up Crushing Ram, which will be big for this comp just in general, because I don't have any Crushing Ram in here, but also will then give me another 20 speed on him, and he'll go to like 290 speed. With all the stats, he's going to be pretty insane, guys. So keep an eye on the channel. I think I will start building wards to more to a Hydra, because I feel like at the moment Carnage is actually probably my best DPS on my account when it comes to Hydra damage. It's just keeping him alive. I think the now got a level 3 blessing, I don't really struggle with him too much, especially with the block buffs going up there. You can see there that I am keeping that block buffs down much as possible. Obviously I would like this run to be a bit more friendly auto, but you know, it's only key that I have to do now that it's actually not fairly auto-ish. My other 2 keys, like my Trundle key, full auto. My 3rd key is full auto at the start, and then I take it off because it's a Wixwell comp, and that obviously can take a bit of time to run because of the RNG, etc. So I'm now going to let you guys watch the rest of this. and then we're going to come back and see all the builds, etc., and the damage to these champions, and enjoy the music, and I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so this is the team, and you see here actually we've got quite a lot of damage overall. We've got Negmafire coming in with 127 million, two hack coming in with 30, which will be the 9-piece protection. Venus coming in with feel like Venus has improved, maybe lost a little bit actually. I can't remember what her damage was last week, but we've got 108 on her. She's just built to view pure damage now. She's not in Hex or anything like that. She's actually a 6-piece Merciless to get a bit round, a bit more. Mishy's coming in with 185, 189 million, and then our Carnage coming in with 258. Now, I think Carnage was at 260 last week, so I possibly lost like 20 million damage. But I think I probably lost a bit more as well for that. I'll probably gonna change Carnage's Blessing next week to Crush and Rem or Cruelty. I think maybe we'll go towards Cruelty for Carnage. Let me know which one down below, which one you do for it. I did think about Natural Wrath on Carnage, but honestly, in his second form, Natural Wrath I don't think works with him because he doesn't put out debuffs. So I don't think Natural Wraths would work. So overall, very nice. Bishy's in the Provoke set. We got a Savage set here on Carnage. Venus is coming in with the Merciless, and then Reflex, and then 2 hack coming in 9-piece protection, and then Necmo in the Hex set with triple refresh. So this is what my Great Hall is looking like right now. As you can see here, there is no massive improvements on my Great Hall, so there is a lot of improvement. Once I can return to Hydra, I will finish off Ignore Defense as much as possible. Then I'll go for speed, and then I'll probably go for like attack, and then survivability. I do like the idea of doing the resistance and accuracy, but I feel like with accuracy requirements, I don't struggle with too much in my builds. So I will probably focus on these two to get some more HP and defense for my champions. So when Wrath and stuff like that makes my team a bit more steady and consistent overall. Obviously, if we kill the heads a bit more as well, like 20 speed or 14 speed will be massive on all my builds. Especially with the aura as well. I do want to go back to my team. I do need to bring a aura to strengthen my speed aura as well. So I want to bring in a Fierce of Presence champion in my team setup. So that could possibly be Lady M's Blessing, where we'll see if I go from sheep to that as well. So it'll probably just cost me some gems to change. Kind of should be for free, but if we take the in presence, this will increase my speed aura by quite a bit, which is again another way to increase my damage overall because it gives me more speed overall. So, and as you can see here, we've got Curse City done with Ignore Defense and Speed. So I'll be looking at critical damage for Curse City next, and then I'll actually be leaving everything else. I was going to finish Accuracy, might take this up to level 6, but I don't really struggle with Accuracy so much with Curse City. So I'm just going to finish off the critical damage because, again, it's extra damage of 21% for the hardest PvC content, and just generally, and don't like the RNG inside that get content. So I do want to try and reduce it so I can focus on the things for the channel. So this is the Lady M build. She is in the Reflex at the moment. I'm trying to look if I can get her in Merciless, but at the moment I don't have the gear available. But maybe potentially we go, I wanted to go Reflex and Merciless, but potentially we could go Refresh next week or Impulse. I got a 2-piece Impulse on Cecilia recently, which I didn't actually think about including in my build. I want to keep her with 400. Actually, we don't even need accuracy on a build really for this because in her first form we don't need any accuracy. I suppose it's good to keep accuracy for the second form actually. So yeah, we'll keep around about 400 accuracy if we can. I want to make her faster, but right now we can't. So right now, if we look at the bonuses, she's like 310. So I might go 4-piece Merciless, which I think I can do, and a really fast Relentless build as well. That could be another option as well that we look at. We've got defense of 4,000 here, and then obviously we've got the HP as well of 87,000. These are the masteries right now. So more specifically aimed at live arena. So again, I'm not using it too much in live arena, so I actually might turn her into a hydro specialist for this and keep her potentially geared. I don't really use her in 3 versus 3 as well, so I don't know, maybe we just make her more hydro specific to help with my damage. So it could be something we'll look at. And then the same with Carnage. Like, I do use Carnage in arena, and I think he's going to be really strong with like 6-star cushion ramp in arena as well. But obviously, you do want to be running sheep, and he needs a lot of blessings. Sorry, a lot of glyphs, as you can see here. With kind of still need a lot. He's not on the top of my list right now to do, but there is a bit more damage to come through once I finish with the Ascension. Again, he's on the top list for that because of arena. So you can see here, we don't actually use his first form, so it's fit round to his second form. We've got accuracy of 300. So potentially, we could say, hey, we get rid of the accuracy, but with the passive ability, this is an extra 100 critical damage without the 4 or 5-star blessing, which we spoke about earlier. And then 250, 248, which is not too bad. So I actually only had like 200 critical damage on him throughout this whole run, and his damage was still pretty insane. We've got 270 speed, which again, if you put on with the Hydra bonuses, I suppose we get extra 30 critical damage there as well. 276 speed, and then 8,000 attack, which is very, very nice. And then we got some more ignore defense. His kit does ignore defense on his second form, which is very, very specific, which is generally this ability here. So if he is it this one or is it this one? I thought one of them ignore more. Yeah, so it's the passive ability, sorry, so it makes all of it ignore defense. So 10%, ignore 10% of the target defense for each debuff they are under. So if they're under 4, he ignores 40% of ignore defense. And then this is when we're starting to see the pure damage of Carnage. That's why we might go cruelty next week on him. These are the masteries that we're running right now for him. Again, very more arena specific. I will probably leave him for arena as well. Like, I do like to have him ready for live arena, which is still very important content for me to kind of stay active in, because I'm looking to progress in that. So we go to Hecmo next. Hecmo's masteries, as you can see them, not changed since last week. I did change the blasting this week to cruelty instead of brimstone, which generally probably did help a little bit. And then obviously he's gone back into his hex build, which is what we had him in before. I do prefer him in hex, to be honest. I feel like you get more damage overall on the runs, etc. These are his stats, so good accuracy, great critical damage, which is key, speed, and then survivability, and then which more attack if you can get it. I'm not too sure what blessing will change it for 2-hack. I think we might just leave her a brimstone, if I'm honest, because I do like one champion brimstone. I'm probably going to replace Venus next week, which is why we've left the build to last. She's just literally in here to deal with Torment, bring block buffs. That's the only reason why she gets to keep her spot for so long. She's still very fantastic, and I can't replace her with pretty much anyone. I think like if I had Hadridge, he potentially could replace her and bring in like another ally attack because he can counter Torments, and then that would just leave me with like trying to cover the block debuffs, which is another situation for me to worry about. This is the new Mishi build. So I have Mishi in all sorts of builds, and I tried all sorts on him. Right now, I probably will leave him in Provoke, I think, but long term, I want to try and lose the Provoke and then just hopefully rely on killing Mischief faster, drop back the turn meter, and then being able to kill DK without their taking extra turns. Which is what I would like to see on when they're both up in the rotations. That'd be very, very useful. I think this natural wrath is probably much the best blessing for him now. Still would have to test out Crush and Ram and Mishi at 6-star, but I do like it at the 1-star. I think it's better than cruelty for sure. So Venus will probably have a break next week. These are her masteries. We did change her build from Hex this week, so I've pumped way more stats into her. You know, in the day, she can do quite a bit of damage, but she does also lack on the multipliers when compared to other champions that we could possibly use, which I will go into shortly. You can see her stats are really, really juicy here, except from attack. We do bring increased attack for the team, so not too bad. I think I'm pretty much showing everyone. Let me just have a look to make sure I've shown everyone. But yeah, we've shown everyone there. So let me go talk about Venus replacement, right? So he's from Curse City. I don't actually know if I got him booked, which is me. Yeah, so he's not booked at the moment, which is why I not brought him in. He's going to replace Venus. I'm hoping he hits harder than Venus, or can do way more damage than Venus. I would like to see another 100 million from him. Unfortunately, I only have a level 1 blessing, which will probably be a cruelty blessing we'll bring on him, but it'll save me some gems, changing gems around. He brings a decreased attack and a weaken buff. This is why we're bringing him in, because Mishy brings the defense down. He's going to bring the weaken, and then hopefully we'll see a bit more raw damage. And if I can kill DK like way faster, potentially we lose a provoke, and then Mishy goes back into a 6-piece merciless build, or a 9-piece merciless, which we can get him in. His stats weren't that impressive in nice 9-piece merciless, so I need to juice it up quite a bit. You can see here we've got the abilities here which need to be booked. So I will book him on next person awards. I don't think you'll see him next week because I don't like booking outside clan versus clan. But potentially we'll book him for that. So, and this ability as well, this ignores a lot of defense as well, which is pretty nice, and then places block damage on him for 1 turn if this type kills enemy. I don't think this works in Hydra, thank God. Do not need that. And then his damage is increases his champion's damage by 10% each time they use active skill, and then resets it each round. I don't know how that's going to work. I do need to go farm some masteries on him as well. At least we have a level 1 blessing, which is better than nothing overall. And that's it from me. I think I've been going on long enough. Let me know down in the comments what you think about my team. And it's another big improvement. We beat last week's record of 666 million. At this time, we do break the 715 million mark, which is another improvement. If we get to 800 next week, I'll be very, very happy with that. Anyway, guys, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I've been grimreaper. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.